Sonic the Hedgehog is a platforming video game developed by the Sonic team and published by one of the greatest companies in the world, Sega, for the Sega Genesis / Megadrive console. The game features the titular character Sonic the Hedgehog in his quest to defeat Dr. Eggman, a scientist who has imprisoned animals in robots and stolen the magical Chaos Emeralds. Sonic the Hedgehog's gameplay involves collecting rings as a form of health and a simple control scheme with jumping, attacking, controlled by a single button. The game's development began in 1990 when Sega ordered AM8 development team to create a game featuring a mascot for the company. After considering a number of suggestions, originally, having Alex Kidd as their mascot, or unofficial mascot, if you will, the developers decided on a blue hedgehog with spikes along his head and spine, and renamed themselves the Sonic Team to match their character. Sonic was designed for a fast-paced gameplay and was influenced by the great Super Mario. Sonic uses a novel technique that allows Sonic to sprite to roll along curved scenery, which originated in the tech demo created by the game's programmer, Yuji Naka. The game was very well received by critics, with praise given to the visuals, music, gameplay. The game was also commercially successful, establishing the Genesis as a key player in the 16-bit era, allowing it to compete with the Nintendo Entertainment System or Super Nintendo Entertainment System. The game has been ported numerous times and obviously inspired several clones, namely one who I will... Yeah, there he goes. There he goes. Bubsy the Bobcat. Oh dear. Sonic the Hedgehog was critically praised at its time of release and in retrospective reviews with an 86% approval rating. From game rankings based on 9 reviews, the game rivaled Mario, and particularly the Super Mario World, which was recently released for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Paul Rand of Computer and Video Games compared the two in depth and characterized Sonic the Hedgehog as being faster with brighter colours and Super Mario's world as having more depth to play. Sonic has maintained his popularity, appearing on lists of the greatest video games of all time, especially sort of nowadays that you see Sonic coming out, relatively like every year, well, we won't talk about Sonic Boom, that can go away, but Sonic Mania is coming out soon, so that should be going back to his 2D roots of his Genesis era. Lucas Thomas of IGN agreed that he stood the test of time, and you'll be impressed by the clarity and colour that came through. Few people realise how difficult it was to create Sonic's graphics engine, which allowed for the incredible rate of speed that the game is known for. And this technical achievement impressed everyone back in 1991, and still does so today. Game Informer called it the 24th greatest game of all time. Sonic the Hedgehog has been a commercial success and critical success. The original version sold over 15 million copies by February 2009, and the mobile version had over 8 million paid downloads for it, me being one of them, buying it for my iPad. Now, if you're like me and you're a huge Sega fanboy, you love Sonic the Hedgehog. Obviously, there are some, games that aren't 100% great, but you just love the character. Sonic the Hedgehog has definitely stood the test of time in his original game. It is a fantastic platformer, and I can always go back to it and play it, and there's so much replay value in it. So, I'd highly recommend, if you haven't, and God knows, if you haven't played Sonic the Hedgehog, you definitely should. Because Sonic the Hedgehog is one of the greatest games ever made.
could possibly go wrong?